Yo, what's going on, your boy Ghost here, and today I'm bringing us another comparison video between the M4 and the CR-56 Amax, otherwise known as the Galil. Now, again, I still don't think it looks like Galil, but for the sake of making my life easier to pronounce this name, I'm going to call it the Galil. Also, I believe this video has been done. I'm going to go on a hunch and say that it's been done, and I apologize for that. I don't mean to be copying other people's ideas, but I've already been planning this since it came out, and I've already invested too much time making this video. So if it's already been done, I apologize to whoever has made it. I don't mean to copy your video, but I invested too much resources into this, so I have to make it now. Also, I want to thank you guys for hitting 600 subscribers. You guys have been going crazy on the support recently, and I cannot thank you guys enough. So with that being said, I guess we're now on the road to 700 subscribers. So if you would be so kind, hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. I'd really appreciate it. And if you find this video useful or informative, hit that like button. Also, this thing is, what I'm about to say is a little bit, it's not really too important, but I'm going to change my uploading schedule. So if you actually pay attention to when I upload my videos, I upload on Wednesdays, and I'm going to be changing that to Tuesdays from now on. I just want to experiment with it to see how it goes. This might not be a permanent change, but from this video, I'm going to be posting on Tuesdays. Again, like I said, though, this might be a 1 to 2 week change. You never know, but I'll keep you guys updated in the following videos. But yeah, let's get into it. So the CR-56 Amax just came out with the Season 4 of Modern Warfare. And it still is struggling to find its place on the meta scale of Warzone. I personally believe it's a pretty good weapon, but a lot of people don't think it's that good. I've talked to a lot of people, and they tell me this weapon's not that good. It's pretty bad. Blah blah blah. I disagree with them, but a lot of people have strong opinions against it. And the M4 is basically a staple of Warzone. It's been in the game, or it's been used since pretty much the beginning. However, right now it kind of gets overshadowed by the Growl. And I believe when the Growl gets nerfed, which, if you guys don't know, Joey Seacott, a higher up of Activision Infinity Ward, came out and said that there's going to be weapon tuning soon. And I can't wait for that, because all I'm saying is banger videos coming out. But besides the point, the Growl is most likely going to get nerfed, meaning I'm pretty sure the M4 is going to arise from the shadows again and become the top weapon in the game. But we'll see what happens. Anyways, right now I'm going to put up the in-game bars of how the Galil matches up with the M4. And by these bars, the Galil has more damage and range, while the M4 has the other 4 categories. Now, we're going to go into the recoil pattern for the M4 right now. And here we have the recoil pattern for a base M4. Now, most of you guys know this, but for the people that don't know, the M4 actually does have a pretty decent amount of recoil when it comes to range. But in its medium and close range engagement, it really excels at it. And it's probably one of the best weapons in terms of short to medium range engagements. Feel free to correct me on that, but I personally believe that's where it stands. Here is my main class setup. Now, I actually used two class setups to make this video. This one being the other one. And this one was actually inspired by GD. If you guys don't know who that is, it's a really good player who plays with swag. I saw him I saw his 50 kill solo squad video, and this was the class setup that he was using, or the M4 that he was using, and I really liked it. One of the things that stuck out to me the most was the barrel that he used, because I am a firm lover of the stock M16 Grenadier barrel, and I thought that if you didn't run that barrel, you were a bot. But recently I've seen the switch over to the Corvus custom barrel, and I personally prefer this weapon, or this barrel, a lot more than the other one. When it comes to my class setup with the VOK, I like it. I still use the same barrel, even though you can use the other one. You can use the stock M16, but I like this barrel a lot more because it allows me to be a little bit more mobile. And again, I'm a big mobility guy. But if you want more accuracy and more range, you probably rock the stock M16. But again, you'll take that mobility hit. But if you're rocking an MP5, it really doesn't matter. But if you're rocking this gun by itself, I would suggest using the Corvus Custom. But anyways, when it matches up against the Galil in terms of range, I feel like they're both equally the same when it comes to recoil and just how the capability of both weapons at range. I mean, if you use iron sight on both these weapons, they're both going to kind of struggle at range. Obviously, it kind of varies per person, but the average person is going to have trouble killing people at range with iron sights. I struggle with that same problem. I'm not perfect. I can kill people at range with the iron sights, but the recoil, what I'm saying, it's a little tough sometimes. But when you put on the VOK sight, I want to say that the M4 is a little bit better in terms of controlling it. And damage-wise, obviously, statistically, the Galil has more damage, but I just feel like the M4 has it, like just does more. Obviously, I could be wrong on that, and you know, I wouldn't be surprised, but I just feel like the M4 melts more than the Amax. That's not to say though that the Amax can't melt, because I mean, if you've used it at all, you just know that it's good. It could destroy people in medium and close range engagements, and even at long range engagements, the damage is really good. You can't go wrong with either of these weapons. You know what I'm saying? Like, their damage isn't bad at all. These aren't pea shooters. These aren't M13 damage. This is really good. These are really good weapons that, with the VOK, you can do things at range. So speaking of the Amax or the Galil, let's get into the recoil pattern right now. And here we have the recoil pattern for the Galil. Now, I'm not going to cap with you guys. I low-key, all these clips that you're about to see of the Galil are pretty much reused. I haven't had the ability to play Warzone as much this past week, mostly because I have no friends. But yeah, I'm sorry. I'll try to get fresher clips in my next video for the weapons that I'm comparing then. But yeah, you know, these still are relevant. It's not like this gun got nerfed in 1 week. But here's my class setup. Still has not changed from the last video. I still believe this is possibly the best class setup you could use. So again, I want to go back to an iron sight. The iron sight weapons, I guess. I'm sorry, I just kind of froze up right there. So when you use iron sight on both these weapons, it allows for more mobility, and it allows for close to medium range engagements to be a lot better. But when it comes to those engagements, I would prefer the M4 over the Galil because it's a lot more mobile, and I think it's a lot more powerful at those ranges. Now again, feel free to correct me, but when I use these weapons, you know, I go a lot of how the weapon feels. I don't care about statistics. I only put them up in these videos because, you know, some of you guys might care about them, and I don't want to just say things without putting up the statistics. But I personally don't care about statistics in this game. If the weapon feels good and I can kill people with it, it's all that matters to me. And both these weapons allow me to do that. I believe that they excel at what they do. And at medium and close range, they are very good weapons, but I would prefer the M4. Even when it comes to the VOK sight, the M4 is just a lot quicker. It feels like it's a lot more mobile. It's just a lot more quicker to pull up, and I'm pretty sure that's the case. Obviously, but you saw by the in-game bars, statistically it says that, and by the feel of it, it feels exactly like that. Now, I personally, though, again, I don't want to pick weapons over the other, because that's not what these videos are about. I'm here to match up this Galil, which has no place in the meta right now, to an M4 that is arguably the second, third best AR in the category. And, you know what I'm saying, I personally still use the Galil. I'll tell you right now, in my loadout, in my class setups right now, I barely have growl setups now. I have M4s now, and I have this Galil as my ARs, my predominant AR class setups. I'm not relying on the growl. I've never been relying on the growl. I do not need the growl to do good. I think the growl needs to get nerfed. I don't care about the growl. I would not lose sleep over if it gets nerfed. That's personally how I feel. I think both these weapons are very good alternatives to them. I mean, although this is not a growl video, I just want to put that out there because, again, the growl might be getting nerfed. But also, if you don't want to use M4, because, like I said, this is arguably top 3 weapon in the game, or AR, use the Galil. It's not a bad weapon. The Galil by no means is a bad weapon. It is not a poor man's AK. It's not completely worse than the M4. It is not one of these weapons that should be taken lightly. It's not one of these weapons that should just be rubbed off. Because I've seen a lot of misconception with this weapon. And just like a lot of weapons in Warzone, there's a lot of misconceptions of these weapons. That they're bad, they're not usable, they're not better than this weapon. And it's not about, to me, it's not about being the better weapon. To me, it's about being able to not sacrifice anything by using these weapons. So what I mean by that is, if I use this weapon over the other, it's not going to cost me simply because it just doesn't do enough damage or it's not quick enough. So, for example, I'm going to go out and say something like I'm going M13 because it has, to me, it's really weak. So if I was to use M13 over the growl, there would be, to me, a significant difference in terms of the damage. And that's the case where I'd be like, this weapon is kind of costing me. It's kind of hindering my ability. Which, I'm not saying the M13 can't melt. It can. But the growl, obviously, damage-wise, it's a lot better than the M13. And I don't care about your statistics. It's odd. Like, no-brainer. More damage. I don't care what you say. No-brainer. So, but when it comes down to these two weapons, there's no right or wrong. Like, I don't feel like if I use the Galil, I'm going to miss out on something. Yes, the M4 to me is a lot more quicker. But it's not this significant amount where I'm moving like a goddamn turtle with the Galil. That's not the case at all. And with the M4, it lacks the damage and range, but it's not this crazy amount where I can't do what I can normally do with the Galil. Like the damage is still there, the range is still there. You really don't sacrifice too much. So try out both these weapons. I mean, you've already tried the M4, but please, if you have not given the Galil a shot, give it a try. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. And if you do, report to me. Report to me what you prefer and why. And yeah, talk to you guys later. Peace.